In this lab, we're going to explore the calculation of energy, or Q, as it relates to energy needed to melt ice. We're doing this lab using ice and water because it makes calculations, conversions simple, since 1 milliliter of water is 1 gram. The lab that you are seeing here, the lab document, is linked in the comment section below, the description below. You're welcome to use that. In this lab, you're going to use Q is equal to ms delta T. We're going to start out with 100 milliliters of water. We're going to heat it up just about 50 degrees Celsius. Here's your reading of that temperature. We're going to place it inside of a calorimeter. And inside of our calorimeter, we're going to record the temperature of the water. And then we're going to begin adding ice. And we're going to add a lot of ice early to cool it down quickly and get an accurate reading. We'll remove any leftover ice once the temperature reaches as close to 0 as possible. Here we've got just about 1 degree Celsius. So now we're going to empty out the water to determine how much we used. We used 100 milliliters that we started with, plus an additional amount, which you see right here. That extra amount was how much water was needed to cool it down to 0 degrees, or close as we could get it to 0 degrees. And we do this 3 times. So here you see we're doing it a second time. We're stirring it with the plastic spoon. We're getting as close to 0 degrees Celsius as possible once again. And then we're going to measure how much water it took to do that. So our first 100 milliliters that were needed, plus the additional amount of ice that was added. We're going to do it a third time. So here's our initial temperature. We're going to add our ice and stir until we get to just about 0 degrees, or as close as we can get it. We emptied out our water. We had our first 100 milliliters, plus our additional amount that you see here. So we repeated this step 3 times. You're going to put those data sets into the lab document and then begin to perform the calculations. Those calculations are going to include calculating for energy, calculating for heat of fusion in grams, and heat of fusion in moles. And then don't forget to calculate your percent error, and there are steps to do that at the bottom of the lab document. Thanks for watching.